sometimes it seems like it works better from the Twitch app itself, but of course that defaults to lower quality. Like I always wonder that with the mainstay apps, like the Twitch app itself isn't necessarily meant for streaming from Twitch. Like even the website, you're not streaming from Twitch. You're streaming using OBS or something else, right, to Twitch. So that's okay, I guess. Although you would think these companies, as big as they are, maybe should put more into that. Like, so you can't stream in 1080p from Twitch. Apparently, you have to, it defaults to 720. Which again, for this purpose, none of that matters. But it's insane that, like, I don't know what it is that people do then. How do people stream on mobile? It just can't handle it. Like, you literally, it's not possible to do. You need like $1 million mobile data for, I don't get it. So can I finally get it to work for a few minutes where I can actually discuss something or not? Because I'm getting very annoyed by this. I can see the chat somewhat, although because I have my other phone for that, but I can't quite see it like very clearly, but theoretically I could do that. I wanted to do it, discuss something more substantial with them that distracts me the whole time. So yeah, let me try to say, okay, is it narcissistic taking a picture of you doing that same thing like you would share with family and friends in the past, or to write? We start to blame that. See, it's the same process at work. When people keep diaries throughout human history, that's narcissistic. Why does anybody care? Why does it matter? You're insisting upon your own experience, right? When you socially interact, oh, why does anybody care? Why are you insisting upon yourself? Why do you need reinforcement through externality? All of those things could be narcissistic. So it's the same thing, but it's conspicuous. So now we blame method, basically, right? We figure example to say cases like, oh, we'll take some inherent human tendency, like, well, before OF existed, human beings didn't have any sexual ideation or anything, right? It just didn't exist. Everything, we were living in a utopian state. Everything was perfect. The stimuli acme was dead, right? Everything fine. And then this OF thing came along, and oh my goodness, now we're just the worst, whatever you want to say. The point is that online, I've heard from a friend, of course, I've never used such things, but online there were plenty of resources and still are besides OF that do similar things, right? Just like there will be if OF went offline tomorrow, there'd be similar, things on to appeal to the same, same desires that people have. Hundreds of years ago, there were similar, again, it just takes on a different form. So you're focusing on the form of it, right? You're focusing on the symptom, not the disease. Like, before that existed, there have been countless things through our history that appeal to the same thing. You can concubines, whatever, workers in the same thing, adult industry. So the point is, like, you're focusing on the specific and saying, oh, it's that to blame just because it's more convenient or ubiquitous with it or kind of applicable, universal. But it's a situation where, again, before that existed, people still had the same tendencies, desires. After that existed, people still have the same tendencies, desires. Right? It's an inherent human thing, so you're trying to blame it. Like, there's a fallacy of influence with that, with a lot of things. Like, for example, the you know sorry, I've said this 100 times, I just forget. Like, oh, at one point in history, we blame like different things on children's bad behavior. At one point, oh, it was the devil's influence that's corrupting them, and then oh no, now it's comic books that's making them behave this way, or now it's radio, now it's television, now it's movies, now it's video games, now it's rock and roll, right? Like, so we keep changing. Oh, it's this or that. It's just part of human nature and behavior, will we try to blame it on something and specify the conflict, or we try to explain it away and say, well, before those things existed, people still had conflict and misbehaviors and hurt each other and did bad things. Just like, if you want to use the whole like video game violence argument or something like that, right? You would have. I want to do one of these where I do it all day, but considering my phone can't handle doing it for fucking 10 minutes, that's where I'm a little bit questioning it. Like, I don't understand why it's so difficult to do. I really, I don't know what people use to do it. I have no idea why it's that insane. But yeah, I'm doing it directly from Twitch itself, and it seems to work a little better. But no, my point is that there's certain human tendencies that have been exhibited throughout human history. So we try to blame something specific now, new, explain it away. All the technology can do is it can either inhibit people from doing their inherent tendencies, or it can exemplify it. It can make it easier. It can make it more convenient. It could make it, more conspicuous, make people more aware of it, but that doesn't change the nature of the process that was always there. So what I would like to demonstrate is that I would like to demonstrate the fact that the let's demonstrate a concept here, which I was just about to say. Hang on, it's the fact that we'll blame that didn't exist before for problems or tendencies that did exist before, right, in a different form. So you'd rather focus on the form of it rather than the essence or the inherent tendency, right? You try to explain away or make excuses for human nature, right? Things that are just inherent, but you don't want to acknowledge them. Like, oh, how could somebody possibly do this horrible thing, right? And we can't accept that, or we can't explain that, or we can't see that that's in everybody. It's just something we're capable of doing, just like in nature, animals are capable of doing, countless things, but we try to specify it and moralize it. So what happens is, okay, that time it only looked like it crashed, but it just crashed on my other phone. Like the stream itself, the player seemed to bug out, not so much my stream. So doing it like this maybe could work. I'm doing this more so to test it, even as infuriating as this is to do. I'm sure it would annoy people too, like followers who have like this. It'll say one quiet gamer went live, like maybe 50 fucking times as I'm trying to do this, and it'll make it annoying for me when I go to download my VODs. There'll be so many extras, but in principle, like let's say I did this all day, right? Do a 24-hour stream or whatever, 12-hour stream. It's a situation where I want to see if you can do it like this, and it'd be convenient. I could be driving, I could be out doing stuff, and I could take breaks. Obviously, like I don't have to always be talking, but I guess that's more interesting if you're showing kind of like what you're doing a little bit, but which I could still do. I don't mind showing where I am or what I'm doing. I just mind showing myself. Mm, mm. Like for example, now I'm gonna go on the way home, and I'm gonna get like Chick-fil-A, even though I've always said it's like overrated and overpriced, and I'm always shocked how packed it is and stuff. I've been having like a little mini obsession with it lately for some reason. It's just kind of convenient and it's expensive though. It's like okay, so here I'll review Chick-fil-A. I don't think it's actually that good. I don't think their chicken is that special. It's good, right? It's decent, but it's expensive. It's overpriced. It's not really practical for regular consumption. I wouldn't get it like every day, right? I get it like maybe once a week or whenever I'm in a particular area, but right, maybe once or twice a week. But the point is that I like to get kind of foods that last me the whole day, right? So like I'll go and I'll get like okay, I'll get a pizza from Pizza Hut, and now I can have that for like 3 meals, right? I'll have it for breakfast when I wake up. I'll have it for dinner, then I'll have it for breakfast. I put it in the fridge, then I'll have it for lunch. So for like a $10, $15 pizza that lasts you like 3, 4 meals, that's pretty good value, right? Or like Domino's, the same thing. You get a couple of things for like 12, $20, and it lasts you multiple meals. Versus certain things I consider like one-off meals, like Chick-fil-A would be a one-time meal, or even if I did get more that I think it'll last, it would be like $50 or some crazy shit. So, or like even like Chinese food, typically, one meal is like one serving. Even like KFC, I typically would save for multiple meals, but the quality of a lot of them has been so bad lately that like just the particular branches and stuff, they don't cook it right and it just doesn't taste good. But if it's cooked properly, I would get that. Like it's like a $20 meal, $25 meal, but then you get like the 6-piece chicken and you get a bunch of sides and you get biscuits and stuff. So then I'd have it for one meal. Then I would save it overnight. then I have it again the next day, then I might have it even again. So it's I like those kind of meals because it's really going to last you. It's convenient. But the thing is that yeah, like Chinese. I found kind of a hack with Chinese food though. Like you get one meal and then you get like a noodles, like the lo mein, and that kind of keeps okay in the fridge. So you have the meal, then you eat the lo mein later, then you eat it again later. I would kind of split that up in like almost three sessions. Right, I would have the lo mein in the morning, then after having the main dish at night, then I would have it again, then I would have it a third time, all kind of for lunch throughout the day. But no, I think I've clinched it. So if I just again, the greatest, whatever is not the greatest, like this is the best we're gonna get for these kind of weird. I even upload it like this when I go to upload it to YouTube. I'll like combine a whole bunch of these, but it doesn't matter that I'm showing the screen, or I should show something on the screen, like one of my channel arts or something. But I don't know how to really do that properly. Like the orientation has to be what I want it to be, right? Like you can like the orient like I could go to my own deviant art and just show you a piece of art and be like, okay, I'll show this while I do my shit and talk. Right, but I guess I underutilize my. I have so many of them, and I don't know. The Hearthstone one I think is really quite good. I took the idea of Kaiba, the Kaiba art with the you're a third-rate duelist with a fourth-rate deck, and I took it. I wish I could show something here too. See, like now I should do Chick-fil-A, and I should keep streaming. I shouldn't end the stream to do it. Right? I should get it, and then I keep driving for a little bit, and then I could go home, and I could still keep doing it. Actually, that's a good idea because I have nothing really to do per se at home. So even as I'm eating my food, I want to stretch this out. Right? I want to see. The thing is, I want to. This doesn't have like the greatest feedback or functionality to it. Like I'm holding prop need a mic necessarily, and so it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable on this so to try to get this to work and try to test it, and it makes no sense. In fact, it even because I keep doing it on Streamlabs in 1080p, 60 FPS, and I swear like I've done that in my room at my house on the mobile data with Wi-Fi turned off, and it doesn't crash. And like I was playing Clash Royale like that or something, right? That wasn't crashing, but then as soon as I go to do it in my car when I'm driving, it does crash. So why should that affect it? In either case, I'm using mobile data. Like what? The fact that I'm moving or something? I don't get it. I really don't get it. But yeah, I would like to actually discuss some substantial debate format topics and things like that from the past in here. I think that's one of my biggest content creation regrets, or if I can even call it content creation, whatever. Like I had those things, pretty high level debates and interesting concepts and stuff, and different terms that I made, logical razors of mine and stuff from that debate format now, like 12 years ago. But I didn't actually save them anywhere. Like I just kind of did them. So that's a regret because it couldn't have hurt to do it. Like obviously, I have them saved in my head basically, but and I've discussed a lot of them, I guess, on stream over time. But it doesn't really, I don't know. See, I didn't have that cynical view that I'm really gonna save this, or I'm really gonna. I was just doing it for the sake of doing it. But yeah, we'll go get Chick-fil-A here, and I will review the food. Oh yeah, I was trying to review that. Like it's expensive as hell. So let me use like three criteria to do like a fast food review. And I guess in that sense I could do a camera based thing. I could show the screen, or no, I mean I could show the thing, the camera of myself eating it or the food itself. And so I don't know. Yeah, let's use three criteria. One is the cost, two is the quality, and three is the longevity, I guess. which also ties into like the value proposition. But so Chick-fil-A, let me use like a 1 to 3 star rating. Okay. So one is the worst, three is the best. So on a price proposition, I'll give it a 1 star because I think it's very overpriced. It's not worth it. It's not practical. It's not something I would get on a regular basis. It's just not like, why wouldn't I get? I mean, think about it. I'm going to spend $25 right now. That's basically what it comes to. I'm going to spend $25 on Chick Fil A right now to get like a 4 piece chicken tender, to get like a mac and cheese, maybe like a large mac and cheese, right, with it, and then to get a shake, like a drink, right, and then to get a uh, like a cookie or something, right? So that's like a proper meal, right? Maybe even a little extra because you don't, you would expect, like, assume I'm getting the meal, I'm getting a drink, I'm getting a little dessert, right? That's $25. And so even if you take away the large mac and cheese and just have like a regular fry or something, that'll be a couple bucks difference. But it's still basically like $20 for that, which is effectively a one meal thing, right? It's a one meal off thing. So the value proposition there is not very good. So I'll say it's a 1 star when it comes to pricing. It's too expensive. It's not really worth it. Number two is the taste. I'll give it a 2 star. It's good, but I'm not blown away by it. It's not like, oh, the greatest tasting food ever. Is it better chicken than KFC? Sure, but that's not saying much. Is it like really high fine dining, exceptional? I don't find it to be. And so at first I didn't understand the hype with it. I had it, right, and I was like, okay, it's fine, it's all right. And then you look at how much it costs, and it's like, oh, it's not worth it. Like, I don't get what's so special about it. The mac and cheese is good. The chicken is good, but it's not like mind blowing. You expect it to be like something, I don't know. It's good, but it's not that special. There's some weird like employee culture thing too with it. Like somehow it's just different than other places, and it's considered more like, I don't know, prim and proper and prestigious. But it's a situation where yeah. So he gets 1 star cost, 2 star quality, and then on the bottom one, it's on the third one, it's a situation where the longevity is also 1 star because again, it's not gonna really last you, especially relative to the cost or anything. It just doesn't work, right? Yeah, let me stop before I get in there. And what I'll do is I'll try to test the ability to do this in terms of, can I mute the mic without, obviously I don't want to end the stream. Can I leave it going in the sense that, can I mute the mic and can I do something else? Like along the lines of maybe, well, I guess it's just showing the screen, so I wouldn't have to do anything with that. Or like, can I show something on the camera, assuming that I would want to, like the food, but I guess I could do that later once I get home. But yeah, it's intriguing to see what you can do with this. Again, this is not something I would normally do, or I don't like the idea of doing it, but this is the kind of shit that people actually do, right? And you might think, oh, this is dumb, or nobody's going to watch this, but if I was an established creator with more followers, people would watch it. Or if, I don't know, if I do something really high quality content instead, people still won't watch it. So it's less about me. It's less about what I'm doing. I could do something really well researched, well thought out, nobody watches, and some big streamer could do some dumb shit like this and people do watch. So yeah, they're open till 10 o'clock, so I still have plenty of time to get there. And but again, that's like the narcissistic difference, right? To insist upon yourself and your own experience could be narcissistic, like people talking about their day, even in everyday, like who cares about that? Why does it matter? Versus like doing something that's substantial or speaks for itself, or sort of an observational basis, it's not like about you, it's about some bigger picture thing. So that's why the lens of modern society is cynical, but it's also half-hearted, right? It's like it would assume and filter everything through the ego, the human ego, in the sense that, oh, you assume everything's about the self. So, like, oh, you're projecting the intent of others. They must be trying to get something from you, must be trying to sell you something. They must want sex, or they must want, everybody wants something. So that cynical projection is there. It wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing. That's just reality. It's only natural that people have self interest and incentives. But then it's through this framing of social contrivance. And so what happens is there's that cynical projection, but then there's a lack of, okay, if that's the case, then fully practice your self interest at all times. Don't try to dress it up, don't try to hide it. Or, do it fully. Or if not, then don't do it at all. But it's like a halfway. So then it takes on the form of like, can you convince others that your interest is actually in their interest to best achieve it? It's like a collective overextension fallacy, right? Where the basis is still only your self interest, but you pretend like, oh, it's my self interest as it aligns with the greater good of other people, even though the defining factor is still your self interest. And if you took away one, you wouldn't do the other. But again, it requires like a lower self state of awareness. Um, yeah, let me try to figure out how you can do this here. If I can mute the mic. Oh, you might just be able to go back in there and it says microphone on, microphone off. If I just hit microphone off, then that should be perfect. And I wouldn't want to like walk around in public doing, because I wouldn't be talking. But then what's the point? You know what I mean? I could show what I'm doing, or I could, you could pretend like you're on the phone, right? So would that be better? Like, oh, if I was on the phone, that would be okay, talking to one other person. But if I'm doing this to potentially multiple people, right? And it's like the money validation too, means validation, I call it. Like, what if you, like, if you make money from it, then that suddenly makes it valuable or worth it.